Amadeus? She's just checking in because she wants to know what happened with the super special stuff. It's from Kurisu. Maho looked troubled. Didn't want Kurisu hearing this either. I didn't know what to do. And then I remembered a line where I'd spent a month during the wartime. I remember that Amadeus Kurisu was being used by the US military there. Was she spying on me here too? I still didn't know what that meant. I stared at my phone screen. Should I answer it? Should I talk to Daru first?
でもびっくりしたよな。まさか真帆たんがオカリンと知り合いだったとはね。前にメイクインで鉢合わせした時はどうしようかと思ったっつうの。すぐに合点が言ったけどね。牧瀬クリス氏っていう共通の友人がいたわけだから。でも真帆たん、オカリンにはこの件内緒にしとくって言ってたのに、結局打ち明けたん？
見抜かれたという言い方が正解ね。
ああ、なるほどね。
Daru nodded and grabbed some snacks off the table to gobble down. I put the smartphone in my pocket. For now, I need to focus on talking to Daru. Yeah, I do agree.
で、僕に話って？
Show me the laptop and the hard drive that Kurisu left behind. Trying to tell you one simple thing. Stop trying to analyze that laptop right now. Listen to me, okay? This involves Suzuha.
Suzuha?
Nakabachi's paper. There's enough for Daru to understand.
マジで？
I've been serious the whole damn time.
そっか。
Laptop and hard drive that Kurisu left behind. Just to double check, you weren't able to break the security, right?
僕たちの作ったソフトの前にはどんなハッカーもお手上げっつうことで。
It's not an answer. Are you lying to me? Don't do anything else with it.
科学者として真実にたどり着く努力をやめたくないのよ。たとえそこにどんな危険が潜んでいるとしてもね。
But if we destroy this? What if we destroy this? Just don't understand.
もし私がクリスだったとしても、多分そういうんじゃないかしら。違う？
I remember having the same conversation with Kurisu. It was when we were looking into CERN, I think. I don't mind telling Maho everything.
ちゃんと話すしかないって。
Yeah. I don't mind letting her know, but we need to destroy it.
それに中途半端に関わってる方がかえって危ないんじゃね？オカリンの言うことがマジならだけどさ。
Turn back towards Maho. Myajo, can you promise me one thing? You're a scientist, and I believe a very logical person. Don't let your emotions lead you into doing something stupid. Don't do anything rash. Don't be like I was once. What I'm about to tell you is hard to believe. You may think it's impossible, but it's true, so.
回りくどい言い方はやめて。一体私に何を誓わせたいの？
Don't get any ideas about saving Kurisu Makase. Mouth hung open, like she didn't understand what she just heard.
クリスを救う？
If you can't promise that, I won't tell you anything. So what will it be?
救える可能性があるということ。
You might think so, but I'm telling you right now, there isn't.
さっきも言ったでしょ。 判断すべき情報も与えられていないのだから、安易に回答は出せない。教えて、すべてを。
I took a deep breath and began to tell her the story. As for how Krisu died, I decided to skip that. You can't bring yourself to believe it.
別にそういうわけじゃないわ。ただ、私の予想とあまりにもかけ離れていたものだから、思考が追いつかないの。
What were you expecting?
アマデウスの軍事転用のことじゃないかと考えていたのよ。
Yeah, that's pretty believable, honestly. Military purposes.
クリスは精神生理学研究所にもよく出入りしていたんだけど、時々場違いな連中がそこにやってくるって言ってたの。どうも国防総省の人じゃないかって。
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was also a thing still going on. But realistically, they wouldn't be going after her personal belongings. I mean, it's not like she'd have something so extravagantly, it's not like she'd have something so extravagantly different than what Maho in the lab has. Russia, the FBI, now the United States Department of Defense. This was getting even more suspicious. Can Amadeus kill someone? How?
例えば百戦錬磨のパイロットから記憶データをコピーして無人戦闘機の制御に使うとか。あと、以前話した医療への応用覚えてる？
You mean copying memory data back into the brain?
そう。記憶データを修正した上で書き戻しが可能になれば、恐怖を感じない兵士やどんな非道な任務でも平然と遂行する部隊なんていう恐ろしいものまで作れてしまう。
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
まるでハリウッド映画じゃん。
Did this mean reality had caught up to books and movies?
私はてっきり
No.
クリスがそういった実験の証拠を偶然知ってしまったんじゃないかと思っていたの。
And that's why they went after her?
ええ。
Well, Maho picked up the laptop. Its red body was evidently made out of some kind of magnesium alloy. It was a lot lighter than it looked.
でもまさかタイムマシンとはね。
Either way, we should destroy it immediately.
中身を確認もせず、あなたが言う論文が入っているとは限らないわよ。
It doesn't matter what's inside it. As long as it still exists, it could start a war. She didn't seem satisfied.
でもこれはクリスが生きていたという証、クリスが残した意志なのよ。
But is that worth 5.7 billion lives?
それをあっさり葬り去るなんて。
Surely you asked Krisu about the password, right? But the Amadeus Krisu did not know what it was. There's only one possibility then. Well, there's two possibilities. One, she lied. Two, it's something from after that. Krisu herself changed the password without Amadeus knowing. Why do you think she did that? Isn't it because she didn't want anyone knowing about what it was? Let's not dig up the graves. The dead. Okay?
暴くなんてそんな言い方。ごめんなさい。確かに岡部さんの言う通りかもしれないわ。このノート PC は破棄しましょう。
Thank you. So glad she understood.
科学者っていうのはね、本来どんな些細な可能性であっても否定すべきではないんだけれど、得てして自分の主義主張や常識に固執する傾向にあるから。
And why is it different this time?
そこにマキセ・クリスが関わっているからよ。いつだって私の常識を破壊し尽くしてきたのはあの子なんだから。
I see. I guess they really did have that relationship in the end. That's right. Her Amadeus login ID was Salieri.
言っとくけど、あと3日あればパスワード突き止めて解析完了してたから、これはガチ。
Sure. Whatever you fucking say.
そういうことにしておくわ。
Maho smiled and turned back to me.
ちなみに一応証拠は見せてほしいんだけれど。
Proof?
どこかに置いてあるんでしょ、そのタイムマシン。それと鈴葉さんに一度話を聞きたいわ。
Daru, why don't you talk to Suzuha for me instead? Oh no. Before I could finish my sentence, the intercom on the desk beeped.
うわ、大事な話してんのになんだお。
His tone was the same as ever, but I didn't miss the sudden flash of tension across Daru's face. Got a bad feeling about this.
もしもし、なんかあったん？
Daru flipped through several channels on the security monitor as he continued to talk on the phone. Who are these guys? The entrance to the building, the first floor elevator hall, 7th floor elevator hall, 7th floor emergency stairs in front of the cosplay shop. Been nothing from there a moment ago, but now there are 4 men standing in each of these 5 places. Some of them were wearing suits. Others typical Akihabara fashions, yet others were wearing military camo. It's weird that they're so uncoordinated, and that the fact that any of them would wear military camo at all. So maybe they're not from the same groups, this is just coincidence, they're all showing up at the same time. Individually, none of them would really stand out in Akihabara, but the fact that so many people had come to this lonely building at once seemed terrifying.
Okie dokie. ここは放置するわ。君も適当に逃げるといいよ。ほんじゃ、つうわけで逃げるべ。
え
Daru pulled out a backpack and began tossing hard drives, memory cards, and other pieces of equipment into it.
そのノート PC も please.
No, destroy it now, now, now. Maho stood there blinking as she handed him Grease's laptop and hard drive. Hey, who are those people?
やっぱりクリスの PC が狙われているの？
さあ、どうかな。僕もいろいろやらかしてるからさ。こういうこと今までにもあったし。ま、だからこそ裏のバイトなわけで。
There's a lifestyle poster of a golden hair, I'm assuming Vocaloid, stuck in the wall.
リンタン、ちょっとごめんよ。
Oh. I heard Rin and I thought Ocarine. I thought he was talking to me. He took away the poster. There's a glass door hidden behind it, which led out to a concrete veranda.
こっちだお。
From there, we planned to escape from the next building's emergency exit. The emergency exit led out to a different alleyway than the one we originally come in, so in theory they shouldn't have been able to follow us and find us. But we were naive. We were caught off guard. Before we could run, one of them grabbed Maho. There's no way for us to resist. He grabbed Daru and me, twisted our arms behind our back, and slammed us to the ground. It wasn't the group who attacked us in the building. They are all wearing full face masks, motorcycle suits, and leather jackets. One of them, the girl who was holding down Maho, was clearly a woman. There's only one woman I knew who would attack us while dressed like that. Oh, fuck. I knew it. I was right. I knew that voice. I could tell even with her helmet hiding her face. Forced myself to speak, and the woman in the motorcycle suit took the knife away from Maho's neck. She handed her over to one of the other men. And then, she took off her helmet. Oika. So it was you after all. The hand was holding me drew back. Finally move again. I guess the rounders are really real here. I guess the rounders are really real here. Daru's released too, and Maho's still in their hands. This is it. Let Hyacho go first. She didn't respond. Fine then. I have to bluff. Well, if you want the password to decrypt it, don't think about cheating us. Put the 2 items back in the backpack and hand it over to her. That's all I could do to keep my voice from quaking. Nobody can boot this thing up without the right password. Hackers all over the world have tried and failed. I'll tell you once our safety is guaranteed. I don't want to get killed the moment we hand it over. Of course, I have no clue what the password was, but I found that out, we were doomed. Daru was giving me a questioning glance. I ignored it. Keep your damn mouth shut, Daru. Alright, she fell for it. That meant... No. This is the same. This is the same, this is the same, this is the same. What?
2人は今すぐに解放する。その後、パスワードが正しければ、残り1人も解放する。
Damn. It's not good enough. No. We can't be sure the one who stays will be safe.
なら、3人とも来てもらうだけ。
This woman. I feel cold sweat on my back. I've been involved in a life or death deal. I've never been involved in a life or death deal before, and I had no idea what to do next.
明日至る。こっちへ。
Him? No. No, 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 no. He is the wrong one. No. He needs to make the time machine. Wait. No, no. Then I'll go. That's fine, right?
あなたのことは上から何も聞かされていない。パスワードを知っているかどうかもわからない。
Damn. She saw through me. Okay, put the knife back to Maho's neck.
明日至る。早く来て。
This feels like a bad ending. This feels like a bad ending.
そういうセリフはもっとエロいシチュの時にお願いしたいわけだが。
Unless it develops more from here. It's not exactly like we can go back and just repeat what happened with Mayuri and try to save her over and over again. In this world line, Daru is going to live until 2036 and complete the time machine, which was clear from Suzuha's testimony. The world lines were going to converge. Even if Moeka took Daru here, he wouldn't be killed, right? I don't think they'd kill him, but that would not be fun. No. I mean, I could leave him here. My body shook and was all I could do to keep from collapsing. There's nothing else I could do. Just when I was about to give up, a black van pulled up and braked hard into the end of the alley, blocking us in. Sliding door open. Out poured men carrying assault rifle. Oh, there are multiple factions, aren't there? They're all wearing gray military uniforms and face masks. Their eyes were the eyes of trained soldiers. From their huge frames and the color of their skin, it's clear that they were not Japanese. I immediately realized that this was all very real. Everyone hide. It didn't matter who was friend or foe. Okabe moved the instant I spoke. She saw the attackers and jumped into the shadow of a nearby building. The other rounders spread out too, apparently. Okay. Either I'm assuming they're rounders or they are rounders. The leg of Maho was standing up, confused, in the middle of the alley. Maho, get down! The man who was holding me was the only one who reacted a bit too slowly. Sharp noise. A bullet went through the helmet of the rounder who was holding a knife to my throat. As he went down, I went down with him. I hit the ground hard. Ugh. Back made me let go of Daru's backpack. One of the rounders grabbed it off the ground and ran in the opposite direction of the van. As a man got out of the van, evidently the commander, barked orders in what sounded like Russian. One of the soldiers turned the gun on the fleeing rounder. God. Her body flew up off the ground, as both she and the backpack were torn open. Laptop and hard drive were hit more gunfire than possibly could have been necessary. Did they destroy? Oh, maybe because they're trying to stop anyone else from getting it. I looked around and Russian soldiers were running towards us. Mocha and her rounders had vanished at some point, leaving only the two bodies. Soldiers silently recovered the remains of the laptop and the hard disk, picked up the bodies of the two rounders, got right back into their van. All that were left were little fragments lying on the ground. Blood from the two bodies. Maho's lying on the ground and shaking. Daru was standing in shock behind one of the buildings. Me lying on the ground. A while later, we finally heard the sirens of a police car. We escaped to the lab, making sure that no one was following us. It hadn't been that long since we were attacked at the hotel. If the cops found us at the scene of another crime like that, they'd be suspicious for sure. So we ran before the police arrived. Shizuha wasn't at the lab. Okay, Hacho? She nodded, hesitantly, but her face was deathly pale. And I realized that she'd been clutching her left hand into a fist this whole time. There was blood coming out of it. Did you get hurt? Show me. Evidently, she had not noticed that she'd been hurt. She's looking at her left hand, confused. What's wrong? Mao had been holding some small fragment in her left hand. Her hand had frozen around and would not move. As soon as it started to shake, I grabbed her hand, forced open her fingers one by one. Whatever it was, she'd been clutching so tightly that she'd cut off the blood flow to her fingers. They were very cold. I finally forced her hand open. The thing she was holding fell to the floor. What was it? I picked it up. Oh. It was a red piece of magnesium alloy. It was a piece of Kreese's laptop. She must have grabbed off the ground when she was running away. What do we even do now? Can't do anything now. As if that tiny fragment was Kurisu herself. She shouted to her chest and kept crying. Hacho. I'm sure Kurisu feels relieved. She's glad that you're safe. So, you don't need to apologize. There's nothing to apologize about. She didn't respond. Instead, a phone started to vibrate. Maho took out her cell phone and looked at the message she received. Something happened? What's wrong? So back up with that computer's data, right? And this is for the best. I was thinking that might actually be the best possible way that whole situation could have played out. I mean, if we destroyed it before we left, they probably would have just killed us on the spot. Let's be realistic here. And these guys, that was the only other way that really could have played out.
ロシアはなんであの PC を壊しちゃったんだろう。
Probably because they don't... Actually... You think they were trying to destroy the potential European competition for the time traveling? Oh, fuck. If that's the case. Because like you said, like we said, they're already experimenting with the time travel stuff, right? But they'd probably rather just destroy it than let someone else get their hands on it, right? I'd rather not stay here if I can avoid it. Russia might not know about this place, but Moeka might. If the Rounders were on the move, then Tenoji downstairs might be involved too. Move at sunset. It would have been great if Suza had come back, but I couldn't get in touch with her. Once the sun had set, Mao and Rintaro had gone back to Ferris. The cat-eared main Queen Nan squared for help. Ferris's home was the top of a high-rise condo building at the prime Akihabara real estate. From a security perspective, it was superior to the Future Gadget Lab in every way imaginable. Mao was a little worried about Ataru Hashida. He'd insist on staying to wait for his younger sister Suzuha and remained alone at the Future Gadget Lab. She got out of the bathtub and hurried to the changing room to wipe herself down. You know, if the office was ransacked, do they have Amadeus? Now that I think about it. What if she was calling about that? Oh. She tried to put on a change of underwear Ferris had given her. Is it really not your style or something? Oh, why? And her hands started to shake. And her knees buckled and she fell to the ground.
極度の緊張とそこからの急激な緩和で一時的にひどい近視感が起こってる。マホニャー、お湯加減はふにゃー。聞いて、これはすぐに治るから。
Ferris was not listening. For some reason, she decided to reach around Maho from behind and try to drag her up. And then Rintaro must have heard Ferris scream because he ran in. What's wrong, Ferris? She wanted to scream, but all that came out was a tiny whimper. Great. You know what? I've been going on for nearly... I'm so... I need to take a break. I will be coming back to this another day. I think I have enough to at least... I was hoping to finish it up. Man, this is fucking long. I'm nearly getting to 4 hours. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to this. See you all next time. Drive safely. Hello, welcome back. I'm really sorry. I mean it. Taro lowered his head deeply towards Maho as she lay on the bed.
謝らなくてもいいわ。さっきのはあくまでも事故なんだから。
Sure it was. No, let's shout again. That's good. That's good. That's good. But she still couldn't bear to look him in the face. Just remembering the despair and embarrassment she'd felt when he saw her naked body made her want to bury her head in the pillow and flail her legs back and forth. To make matters worse, she still hadn't been able to stand up after all that, and Rintaro had been forced to carry her to her bed. She'd never been touched by a boy before, so it was only today that she realized how rugged male arms were. Being carried was extremely uncomfortable, to the point where she squirmed around and almost slipped out of his arms. That would have been awkward. So she'd had no choice but to curl herself up in a ball and let Rintaro do whatever he wanted with her, which made her feel really strange. And now she couldn't even best look at his face. You're sure you're okay? You don't need to go to a hospital?
強い緊張が続いていたから、その反動が来ただけ。もう少し休めば回復すると思う。今夜はもう休むといいにゃ。事件のこととか、これからどうするかとか、難しい話は元気になってから考えるといいにゃ。
She lay on the bed and tried not to think about anything. She could hear the pounding of her heart. whatever it was. When she noticed it, she couldn't sleep.
大声を出さないで、言うことを聞いて。さもないと、命はない。
Suddenly she heard a voice break through the unpleasant noise. She gulped and leapt out of bed. Terror-stricken Maho tried to crawl to the door. Her legs wouldn't move like she wanted to. She couldn't stand up. The voice in her ears followed her wherever she went. It's like a wild animal toying with its prey. Her hairs in her body were standing up on end. Her jaw was chattering so hard she bit her tongue. She desperately crawled across the carpet towards the door.
一人殺してみせればいい。
That's definitely some trauma. Acho! Wake up! She woke up to find herself being violently shaken by the shoulders. She's still in bed. Was that... She looked around the room, panting. She's in bed and Rintaro was looking down at her. I'm sure it was just a bad dream.
そうね、夢だったみたい。
I'm going back to my room. Just call me if you need anything.
橋田さんは
Oh, I just, I got word. He met up with Suzuha.
そう。
Good night. Tara was about to leave her bedside. Maho, she couldn't believe she was doing this, reached out and grabbed the hem of his shirt without thinking.
待って。
Huh?
お願い。少しだけでいいから、ここにいて。
Yasha.
一人にしないで。
Mao was surprised by the words she was saying. The thought of spending the terrible night all by herself was just too much for her. Rintaro must have understood how she felt, because he nodded without smiling. Fine. Fine, I'll stay with you until you fall asleep.
ありがとう。わがまま言ってごめんなさい。
No, it's fine. I had a hell of a time getting sleep myself. I'll turn around, so at least wipe off the sweat.
ええ。
She tried to put her pajamas on again, but they were too drenched for her to want to wear them. She had no choice but to dive back under the covers in nothing but underwear. Bring the comforter way above her chest. Mao's face felt hot from some feeling that she didn't understand. She sank deeper under the blanket and turned away from Rintaro. She softly closed her eyes. She could feel his presence behind her. Two of them stopped talking. The only noise was the distant sound of the night coming from beyond the curtain. Raja? Are you still awake?
ええ。
His profile is pretty handsome. His profile is so handsome. For some reason, that was a thought that came to her.
どうかしたの？
She's falling for him. We even get to see it from her perspective. I really meant to tell you this a lot sooner. But I didn't have the courage. I'm sorry.
何のこと？
There's one thing.
一つだけ。
One thing I haven't told you. Oh, don't do it, Okabe. She's not in a condition that she really needs to hear that. Not now. Not now. I told you about the other world line and the Kriso I met there. About the time machine and the time leaps.
ええ。
This is inevitably not going to go well. About Kurisu and her dad. There's actually one more thing I should have told you. But I just couldn't. This was something I need to tell you, and you alone. When he finally spoke, his expression was unlike any other look that she'd ever seen on his face before. It was pained, sad, and suffering, like someone at the bottom of a deep, dark place. There was something in his eyes that hinted at incredible self-hatred and rage.
Okabe-san.
Suddenly her chest felt like it was about to burst from pain. She didn't know where the pain was coming from, but she wanted Ritaro to stop looking like that. That day. The radio building. The one who killed Kurisu was... His hands were forming some kind of shape, like he was holding an invisible knife. The one who killed Kurisu was...
もういいわ。いいの、もういい。それ以上言わなくていいから。私はあなたを信じているわ。だから話さなくていい。いつかその時が来たら嫌でも聞かせてもらうことになると思う。でもそれは今じゃない。その時が来るまでは口をつぐんでおきなさい。
She strengthened her grip, forced him to let go of the invisible knife. Ritaro nodded, without saying another word. Simply stared at each other for a while. It was only then that she realized that she was holding Ritaro's hands, while wearing next to nothing. Ritaro looked a little embarrassed.
ごめんなさい。
She quickly jumped back into the blankets. She curled up into a ball and tore at her hair, screaming inside her mind. She let a boy see her naked, not once, but twice.
私今度こそもう寝るわ。でもさっきの話はこの場限りにしていい？いい？
Yeah. Thanks, Yaja.
お礼なんて言われる筋合いはないわ。それじゃあおやすみなさい。
Good night. After a while, she heard snores coming from Ritaro's direction. Evidently, he'd fallen asleep himself. He may have been in the grip of some terrible nightmare. Maho hesitated several times, but finally she turned over and stretched out her hand from the blankets. She softly touched the back side of his hand.
クリスはあなたのことをなんて呼んでいたのかしら。岡部さん？それとも凛太郎だったのかな。
Or was it Hoin? She didn't know, but it didn't matter.
しっかりしなさい。岡部凛太郎。この私が好きになった人はそんなに弱い男だったわけ？
Hell yeah. She tried to think about how Kurisu would say those words. And eventually, Ritaro's breathing started to become more peaceful. Relieved, she let go. She changed her mind and grabbed the hem of his shirt again. She felt embarrassed as if she was a little kid, but at the same time she felt like now she might not have any more nightmares. That night, for the first time in a very, very long while, she dreamed of a smiling Kurisu. Back to Okabe. Dr. Leskin and Maho were leaving the country in the afternoon on a weekday, so I was the only one that could see them off.
それでうちの研究室にはいつ頃来られるのかな
Wait, he wasn't kidding about that, right? I'll study hard, so I can go as soon as possible. Can I contact you when I'm ready?
もちろんいつでも待っているからね
Okay, interesting. I don't feel qualified, but I suppose being friends with him is enough to do that. He smiled as he took my hand and shook it. I really was glad to hear it. After meeting Amadeus, my desire to go to Victor Country had only increased.
岡部さん、お礼を言わせて。いろいろとありがとう。あなたがいなかったら、私は今頃命はなかったかもしれないわ。
True-ish. Well, you're exaggerating. At least a little bit.
いいえ、本心よ。本当に感謝している。私もあなたのことを待っているから。頑張って。
Yeah, you too. Good luck with your research.
それでレインタロウ事前に連絡しておいた通りアマデウスのアクセス権は今日ここで解除させてもらうことになるんだ
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, without anyone around here to at the least enforce stuff if things get weird, then probably be a good idea.
いいね
Yeah, maybe I should say goodbye. Yeah.
クリスに最後に挨拶するかい
何？私にもお別れの挨拶してくれるの？
Oh, she looks mad. She looks mad. Creasy was expressionless for some reason. Was it because I ignored you? I guess so. Do you not need one?
私なんかよりも先に真帆先輩には挨拶したんでしょうね。
Are you upset about how your whole matchmaker thing?
ちゃんとしたわよ。
Maho interjected before I could speak.
それならいいけど。
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing for... okay, whatever. Krista was inside my screen. Was it a good thing that I had spoken to her like this? Or bad thing? She couldn't physically come out and hit me. In the end, I knew I need to forget about Krisu Makase, but I couldn't. Couldn't escape from this curse.
レスキネン教授の研究室に来る可能性はあるんでしょ？一応再会する時まであんたのことは覚えておいてあげる。
You're such a tsundere.
ツンデレ？何それ？知らない言葉を使わないで。
You totally understand it. Then why is your face red?
この子、照れてるわね。
Shocking.
クリスはシャイだね
もう教授まで。
Stay healthy. Probably isn't the right thing to say. You don't get sick, do you? Well, don't tease Yajo too much.
はいはい、言われなくても分かってるわよ。
Really? I hope so.
あんたがいつかそんな風に寂しそうに笑うんじゃなくて、心の底から笑える日が来るといいわね。
I guess even an AI could see right through me. Krisa Makase really was one hell of a woman.
それじゃ。
Yeah. Krisa disappeared from my screen. I turned to Dr. Leskin and nodded, deleting the Amadeus icon from my screen.
アクセス権の解除は後でこちらで手続きしておくよテスターとして協力してくれてありがとう貴重なデータが取れた
No, thank you. I bowed deeply to both Maho and Dr. Leskinen. as I watched their plane take off from the distance. I noticed that it felt like there's a hole in my heart. Clutched my phone tightly. Its connection to Amadeus was gone. And here's a new one.
係ちゃん、今日から私とあなたは正式な親子になるのよ。
Well, this is very different. Yes, I am 100% definitely going to... Oh my goodness. Okay, this is where I'm going to end it. I didn't think there'd be more. I don't know. That actually... I sort of felt like that was getting to an ending. I mean, a lot of questions had been answered like Kaguri, but it felt like Kaguri was such a not focus of what was going on in that it felt like that might have just been like another story route that she was explained or something like that. It does seem like there's branching storylines to a stronger degree than the original Steins Gate. Because the original Steins Gate had basically one story with some offshoots if you want to get specific endings at specific times. And then the very ending could change a bit too, so. As for ideas, I guess Kaguri didn't have anything to do with the timeline changes. I thought that was an interesting theory. I'm still not really sure what she's up to. Seems like she'd be up to something that was not helping with us. Or hurting us or something, I don't know. Seems like a weird thing to come about at the very least with her situation and nothing. All the changes, she had no involvement in any of it. Which is part of the reason why I thought that whatever had to do with her would be addressed at a different time. Well, okay. Let's see, what question... Like, okay, so what do we know now? We know why. We know what people were after us. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Still a bunch of organizations that, like, at least 3, it seems, that were coming after us because of the laptop. A lot of questions were answered. There's... You know what? For once, I'd say a lot more questions were answered than questions were brought up, which is actually pretty new. In terms of new questions, it's more along the lines of just the details of some of the questions we had answered, really. Like, what exactly are the Russians up to? Like, do they have D-mail? How did they change it? Who changed it back? That's a big question. The Amadeus Kurisu in the other world line was a big thing. Why was she working for the military? It's weird. Precisely what was the timeline of that? When I look back and I was editing, because at this point I had the chance to edit the first part of these, which I'm not sure, this might be like 3 or 4 parts. This is probably gonna be at least 3 parts, maybe 4. God, it's so fucking long. This is like really long chapter. Either way, there was a lot that happened, for good or for bad. There's also the question of what would happen with Ibuki and everything. Reading Steiner. Something developing. It means anyone with that is in danger, aren't they? Wouldn't all these governments, like, want to find any cases of these people and basically lock them up so that they can tell the difference when world line changes have happened? I mean, that is their device to figure it out. Yes, Okabe figures out how to make the divergence counter, however, he does it in the thing that Suzuha brings back. If she even has it. Wait, does this one even have it? I don't think she ever brought it up. I don't think she ever brought it back. She had to confront Okabe about the timeline changing. I don't think we have the divergence counter, so we can't really tell that, and the governments definitely don't have it. So whoever changed it back must have been really privy to what was changed in the first place. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't think they would have successfully sent someone back in time. Because even CERN was struggling with that big time. Might have been able to send back data the same way T-mails did. Maybe they were able to send back a fax or something. Maybe. It was in the 80s where they would have been able to change some of the stuff that did not happen. It did seem like in the other timeline that the World War had been going on for a long time. So did it happen? It makes me think, did it happen earlier? It sounded like, when I was editing, when Shimoyama was questioning Okabe about Okinawa, how it's bright and lively, I got the impression that he shouldn't have known that, not because the war started and he would never have a chance to go and see it, and that it was like that before the war, but because the war had been going on long enough that in his lifetime he should never have been able to see it like that, something like that. So I have a feeling that that war had been going on for a long time, which makes me wonder, how the hell did they develop time technology, well, like close enough to start the Third World War so well before the time? I almost feel like maybe the turn of the century was what, like, around when it happened, but without Makase, how would they have done that? Maybe they sent back details on how to do the time machine stuff. Maybe that was part of it. Maybe they were able to start it so soon because they sent back how to do the time machine to the USSR, and the USSR was basically, they decided to start developing the time machine back well before than they should have been able to. And then again, with that in mind, maybe the USSR, or the current one, did decide they had someone on the team who decided, let's go change that so that we don't have this world war, because we didn't expect this world war. It's horrible, because no one wants to be in a world war. Maybe, who changed it? That's the biggest question on my mind, honestly. There's still a lot of things, but out of that, the biggest question is, how did it get changed back to the current timeline? Okay. Well, that's all I have for today. We have another chapter here. I don't know how long it is. Hopefully shorter than this one. I think it hit over 4 hours by the end of it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have tried to do that in one run yesterday. Oh well, this will be in 3 or 4 parts, so I'll see you next time. Drive safely, everyone.